G'day folks, Steve from Vintage Restorations Australia here. In today's episode we find and then salvage a rare Landrover that's been abandoned in the forest. Oh, I can see a Landy down there in the bush. How long's it been in here, Rob?
The boss has been here for over 20 years. So I'd say it's been here that long.
In the spotted gums.
Take these couple of saplings out. Stuff down round that way.
Come to the front of it.
And just hook onto the front of it.
There she is. Series 1 wagon. A bit of a unicorn find, the old Series 1 wagon.
Yeah, I thought you might like it.
Oh, like it, love it. It's a beaut. Hey?
Not from what I've seen you drag out of the bush, mate.
Most of that'll buff straight out.
I think it'll buff straight out.
She's a job, but I think it's a worthwhile job.
Are you happy with that?
Oh yeah, great car.
It went over that stump and it got stuck in there and they couldn't get it out.
Don't know about that. It's a good thing I got another firewall.
Yeah, I did say she was a bit gone.
What? You'd be surprised what's repairable, but I've got one, so.
But it'd suit you to a T.
All that's repairable, and in fact it's got the safari roof still. That's the bit that's hard to find.
So how are you going to get this out of here, Robbie?
Watch.
Non-believer. Have a bit of faith in your son's tractor ability. Professional painter.
Maybe we just have to drag it out.
You're going to have to drag it out because you haven't even got a hub or anything on that.
Just looked at that.
Yeah.
Unless we sit the wheel on it.
So the lengths that Rob's going to go to get this old car restored, reckon his fences. Something you never see a farmer do.
Yeah. Camera all right, Steve?
Yeah, mate.
Ready to go?
Yeah, give it a go. Trail of destruction here, but the car's about to see the light of day in the first time in probably 20 plus years, maybe more. Badge there, what's it say, Rob?
Trans-Australian Overlanders by the look.
I reckon we'll be able to find out whose car this was. Tassie Crossing. Anyway, she's out for the first time in a few years. Looks $1 million. We might just leave it there. I'll back the trailer up to it and we'll get you to lift it from the side and back underneath it. And then we'll just lift a bit more, just do a couple of little lifts on. Just going to hook on here and lift up the back, give it a shove that way, onto the trailer. Easy plan. Tied on, ready to head south again. Hopefully she all hangs together on the way home. Big thanks to Rob for pulling that out of the bush for me. Good on you, mate.
Pleasure, mate.
Appreciate
Anytime.
that, and look forward to seeing you get that on the road.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure I'll be ringing you for a little bit of advice.
Oh, good luck with that. Good on you, mate. I'm just literally almost home. I've had a bit of a problem. That's a very unnatural angle, as you can see. The bearings have gone in that wheel. But anyway, I'm not far from home, so I'm just going to limp it home. So there it is in the cold hard light of day out of the forest and back to my farm. I'm actually going to keep this before anyone sends me a mail saying, will you sell it? I won't sell it. It's going to be one of the family in my collection. I guess from here the next procedure will be for me to give it an air blast, blow out all the organic matter and things, and then we'll give it a jet blast, give it a clean up, bit of a soap sud, and then start breaking it down into its components. Another good thing that came with the car was this roof rack. The farmer Rob believed it was original. An original Landrover one, and it definitely came off this vehicle. It was in the shed. It's quite a nice thing. Got the ladder up there to the back, some garden implement racks up the top here. Anyway, that'll be restored and put back on the vehicle. I have seen on the Intergoogle pictures of 107s with these racks, so I'm pretty sure it is a Landrover rack. And if it's not, it soon will be when it goes back on there. Ah, bloody mess. May have to pay a bit more attention to maintenance on the poor old trailer. She cops a flogging. So she's all unstrapped down here in the boneyard. We're going to pull this little sucker off. Sadly, it's missing the rolling gear that we need, but you know, a bit of chain, the farm use, we'll get her off with the same grace that it went on. Good to go?
Good to go. I'll drive mine forward now, will I?
You're just hanging up on the spring on the edge.
Clear?
Hey?
Are you clear?
Yep. If I put this in, it'll slide over it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Oh, it's like a piece of paper. Give that a go.
A bit more hoof though or not?
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. What's the worst that can happen? Woohoo! Sometimes a bit of redneck is all it takes, mate. So Warwick and I are conjuring a bit of a deal. Warwick needs an 86 wreck to build his 86, and I need a 107 wreck to build my 107. So we might come together. We're going to hop in the wagon. I've rebuilt the trailer. It was a bit of a job putting that wheel back on. I ended up having to rebuild all of the brakes and the bearings and things. But anyway, we're in the car, off to have a look at 107, which is out in the bush. We're going to retrieve that and bring it back here. Isn't that right, Warwick?
Yep, that's it.
One good thing about the redneck techniques is it rattles the bog out of the car on the way home and getting it off. Sorry to do that again, folks, another to be continued, but tune in next week for the episode where we pull that 107 out of the bush. It's a great little car and it forms the basis for the restoration of the 107 station wagon. Thanks to Ben for sending me the cap from Melbourne. Really appreciate that, Ben. Good on you, mate. Also, thanks to our subscribers. We've cracked 2,000 and we're on our way to 2001. So thank you for that. Also, thanks to our patrons for their continued financial support. We do appreciate that. Have a look at the patron page and our PayPal page down there. We'd appreciate any support you can throw our way. I guess that's it for the week. So look after yourselves and try to be kind to each other, folks. See ya. Hello, little lambs. So that time of year again, hungry and the lambs are born. Here comes the goat.